Have you been to New Brunswick? It is one of the most beautiful places, and it's a perfect road trip destination. I'm going to show you the longest covered bridge, the biggest city, the oldest market, coastal playgrounds, and one of my favorite seaside towns. There is really no place like it, and we're going to pick out a few of the highlights from across the province. East of Quebec and Maine, and an easy drive on the Trans-Canada Highway, New Brunswick is a beautiful province to explore, and if you're driving in from the west, one of my favorite first destinations is the Covered Bridge Potato Chip Factory near Hartland. Covered Bridge makes the most delicious chips. They have a great store, and they also offer a tour where you can see how they make the chips. This is one of my favorites, sweet potato chips. From the factory, it's a short drive into Hartland to drive over the longest covered bridge in the world. Longest covered bridge in the world, although I don't think many people are competing with that, but it's pretty amazing. It's a beautiful spot too. Right along the river. Love it. Running over the St. John River, the bridge was built in 1901, and it's just a single lane, so you have to take turns crossing. It's officially a National Historic Site of Canada, and it is one of the quaintest little towns. Leaving Hartland, there are lots of places you can visit driving south, including the capital city of Fredericton. Driving southeast, though, you can stop at Hopewell Rocks, and it's one of the most iconic destinations in New Brunswick. It's right near Moncton, and it's marked by Flower Pot Islands and the highest tides in the world. A short drive away, Fundy National Park is not to be missed for outdoor lovers, hikers, and kayakers. You could easily spend a few days here, and if you want to, bring your tent. You can camp as well. It is beautiful. I could probably dedicate an hour to a trip around New Brunswick, but for this video, we're going to focus on St. John and St. Andrews ByTheSea. St. John is New Brunswick's largest city, and it has a great mix of food, restaurants, shopping, hiking, outdoor activities, and it's close to a lot of southern New Brunswick destinations. One of my favorite places in the city is King's Square in the heart of uptown St. John. The beautiful park space features a fountain inside a restored bandstand from 1908 with gardens, and it's right beside the St. John City Market. The market is the oldest continually operated farmers market in Canada and has roots back to 1785. It's also a National Historic Site of Canada and features vendors with fruit, food, and NB delicacy. Okay, St. John Market. You gotta buy dolls. Slocum and Ferris. It's dried seaweed. It is fantastic. $5 per bag. I love it. Maybe it's the East Coast for me, but I recommend coming to try it. They used to sell a BLT, but instead of bacon, they use dolls, a DLT. I highly recommend it. Of course, you can also shop for souvenirs and seafood. The city is an easy drive and has a unique East Coast charm and hospitality. One of the best activities in the city is the 600-acre Irving Nature Park. You can sit here and relax or walk one of the many trails that take you across the island. It's a great spot to bring a picnic, enjoy the ocean waves and breezes, and take in New Brunswick's natural charm and beauty. We're just walking the Irving Nature Park. We just walked up to the top of these rocks by a little cove here, and now we're headed off because there's Seal Rock up ahead, and we don't know if there's actually seals on it or if it's just shaped like a seal, so we'll see. You can easily spend a few hours here or the whole day depending on what you want to do, but I highly recommend a visit early in the day for an epic sunrise or late in the day for sunset. The views really are astounding. From any side of the island, you get to take in some of that coastal beauty that makes St. John so famous. Heading west, the next stop is St. Andrews ByTheSea, one of Canada's most picturesque and charming towns. It is one of the most beautiful places I've been in Canada, and it's laid back and so relaxing. There are incredible chefs and restaurants in town, quaint shops, beautiful views, and there's a garden and an aquarium, but the highlight for me is the Algonquin Resort. The resort opened in 1889, and it's been one of the East Coast playgrounds from the beginning. There's golf, an indoor and outdoor pool, and charming rooms for families and for couples. Here's a peek inside our room when we stayed there back in 2019. Love this hotel. It's beautiful. There's a little kitchen area, and we have 2 beds. And then check out the view of the hotel. Throughout the summer, the resort hosts lots of events and special occasions, including meals and dinners that you really need to try. And yes, they have the cutest dog who loves his belly rubs. Nearby, there are lots of restaurants, but one of my favorites is Fried Clams from Clam Digger. It's a short trip from town, and you really can get there and have some of the best burgers, clams, and everything. The town is beautiful, especially in the summer and fall, and you can go whale watching, fishing, hiking, or you can just sit back and enjoy the pace. My family absolutely loved it here. We could have spent a week just taking in the sunsets and all the views. It is really just one of the most special places in the East Coast. There are lots of places to eat by the waterfront, and for shopping highlights, I have to recommend the Whale Store and Cottage Chic. For families, kids, or anyone who loves sea life, the Fundy Discovery Aquarium is a wonderful place to stop while you're in town. They have a touch pool with tons of creatures, including starfish, lobster, little skates, harbor seals, and loads of fish as a glimpse into life in the nearby waters. We spent a couple of hours just wandering around, checking out all the creatures. I mean, for kids, it really is a remarkable place. I haven't seen too many places that have this range of amazing wildlife, and all of it representing really what lives around St. Andrews.
Skate.
Hey, yeah, little skate, sorry.
You can touch them as long as you're flat in the back.
And they're a little spiky on their backs. Oh my gosh. Finally, let's talk about the nearby waters and beaches. There are quite a few places that you can go and walk and swim and explore, but if you head to Bar Road, there's a really unique beach that's only there for part of the day, and it leads to Minister's Island. What a day. We're just headed out of St. Andrews by the Sea. We're down at the beach. We're right beside Minister's Island here. I love this view. I have to say, this is a favorite place to come in terms of, I love coming to the beach, and there's lots to see here. You can find sand dollars here, but we haven't found any yet, so maybe next trip, but it's a great view. Gotta love taking a walk along the beach. It's you're not gonna want to swim here. Pretty cold, but it's a lovely walk. It's like a minefield. Don't step on the snails. And that's our New Brunswick road trip. Really, I have to say, I love that this province has so much to it. This video barely scratches the surface. I didn't even get to show you Minister's Island from this trip. We didn't even get to go that time, but I'm dying to go back and see it. There's so much in the province, even as a former New Brunswicker, that I love going back to see and that I love telling people to go explore. Shediac, Moncton, Miramichi, Bouctouche. You know, there's more than just the southern parts of New Brunswick, and I have to say, you need to go, you need to explore. Let me know what you'd like to know. Let me know if you have any questions. Are you planning a New Brunswick road trip? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments, and I'll get back to you. Thank you very much for watching.